Hello, good evening, and welcome to Spot On. Today is Thursday, 14 May 2026. The time is 20:27 o'clock. By that, we mean the 2027 is at hand. Yes. So, politics is hotting around the corner. The political atmosphere, the thermometer, the landscape is busy with politicking. Today, the your state, Shey Makinde, formally declared his presidential ambition to contest under, one would say, is it the People's Democratic Party or the All People's Movement, APM? Because at a general rally between the PDP and the All People's Movement, APM, Shey Makinde make his own declaration for the presidency. And of course, FCT minister and the leader of the PDP reacted that his ambition is dead on arrival. How is that possible? We shall get to know about that. Atiku Abubakar has submitted his own form, his nomination form for his presidential aspiration. He said this will be his last take for the presidency. He has been making his chances since 1993 when he contested and stepped down for MKO Abiola, then under the Social Democratic Party. And subsequently, he has been contesting. In 2007, he contested. In 2015, he contested. 2019, he contested. And 2023, he did so. So by 2027, I think will be 80 years. So, of course, he said that that will be his last take. Rotimi Amechi, former governor of Rivers State, he too has submitted his own form under the ADC, African Democratic Congress. Also, former presidential aspirant under the People Democratic Party, talking about Muhammad Hayatuddin, he too has submitted his form under the ADC. Adewole Adebayo, he too, the presidential candidate of the SDP in 2023, he has already picked and submitted his own form. Of course, Peter Obi is on the wing. He moved from the ADC to the NDP, Nigeria Democratic Congress. So, if we said the political atmosphere, landscape is hot, we are right. So today we shall be looking at the topic, state of the policy and opposition's concern for the 2027 race. I have with me in the studio a former House of Assembly member representing Zango KATAF State Constituency in the Kaduna State House of Assembly, and a current aspirant to the House of Reps seats for Zango KATAF / JABA Federal Constituency in the person of Honorable Matthew GWAZAH. Good evening, Honorable Matthew GWAZAH.
Thank you very much. Good evening.
Yes, you had the permutation on ground. The polity is getting hot and hotter. So I said, you had the intro, but Honorable Matthew GWAZAH, like I said, is the aspirant for Zango KATAF / JABA Federal House of Reps seats under the PDP. He is a former House of Assembly member under the PDP representing Zango KATAF State Constituency in Kaduna State House of Assembly. Of course, he's an educationist, teacher by profession, and also a businessman under the hospitality industry. Honorable Matthew GWAZAH, it's a pleasure having you today.
Thank you so much again.
Yes, the listener, let's give you some updates on the polity. By the way, my name is Ango, Bally, your host, sitting in for Jackie Adebija, my co-host. I'm also the Damasaning Invicta, if you like. Take note of that, seriously. Yes, the update within the polity. EFCC arrested the DG of Energy Commission of Nigeria, Mustafa Abdullahi, for money laundering worth 701 billion naira linked to the Progressive Governors Forum. Former governor of Kano State and presidential candidate of the New Nigerian People's Party, NNPP, also known as Kaya Mamari, he said that he's willing to serve as the vice candidate or the running mate for Peter Obi under the NDC, the New Nigerian Democratic Congress. Katsina State government approves 3.6 billion naira for Hajj. President Bola Tinubu appointed retired Major General as security special advisor, Homeland Security. I'll get his name later. A retired Major General as special advisor, Homeland Security. Many are saying they are in the dark because you have a Deputy Inspector General of Police, yes, a retired Deputy Inspector General of Police, in the person of Nuhu Ribadu as the National Security Advisor. So what will happen? What would the job description look like? Who will be under who? You have a DIG under, okay, yeah, it's DIG, not Inspector General. Yes. A DIG Nuhu Ribadu as National Security Advisor, and a retired Major General as Special Advisor, Homeland Security. Also, Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the PDP in the 2023 election, he said zoning of the presidency is self-defeating. The NDC, probably he was reacting to NDC, that is Nigeria Democratic Congress, who have zoned their presidency to the south, and with a proviso in the constitution that the person that picked the ticket and wins the election will serve for only one term of 4 years. So these are the update within the polity, Honorable Matthew GWAZAH, we are looking at the challenges, state of the nation, state of the polity, and opposition's concern for the 2027 race. If you look at the update that I've just given, you could see there seems to be confusion on ground. FCT Minister Nyesom Wike said he has been talking his own political gerrymandering has been under the guise of Rainbow Coalition in Rivers State. Now, Shey Makinde declare for the presidency at a rally jointly organized by the PDP and All People's Movement, APM. It's taking a look of kind of a Rainbow Coalition too. And Nyesom Wike swiftly reacted that Makinde is dead on arrival. You are contested under the PDP. You are a former member of the Kaduna State House of Assembly under the PDP. So the PDP seems to be in a cul-de-sac because following the interpretation of the Supreme Court judgment 2 weeks ago, And of course, the certified true court copy has been released. The Board of Trustees under Adolphus Wabala appointed a caretaker under the Tanimu Turaki-led leadership that was nullified by the Supreme Court. He appointed a caretaker under the chairmanship of Tanimu Turaki. And they declare sales of form. Nyesom Wike swiftly reacted that anybody who or any building that they purportedly take as an office, that building will be in for it. And any bank which the Tanimu Turaki-led caretaker committee declared to the people to buy their form and pay the money into, that bank will be in for it. So, which of the faction now? Okay, let me just get to know. Have you picked your form?
Well, Amasani, like you have rightly pointed out.
Have you picked your form already?
Well, that is where I'm leading you to.
All right.
Because I am an aspirant.
Right.
When I came out to aspire for the position of member, Zangon KATAF JABA Federal Constituency,
right,
I was prepared. So picking form to contest for this election was never a problem. In short, to answer your question, I had picked my form, I submitted my form, I did screening yesterday, and I have passed my screening. As I'm talking to you, I'm ever prepared to contest the election.
Which of the faction of the PDP leadership that you picked your form from?
What emphasizing on faction. For me and other members of the party do not know any faction, but we can talk about leadership. Okay. Maybe you are talking about the leadership.
Which of the leadership?
Yeah, that's very good. The Wike you are talking about,
yes,
and Aliu Turaki.
Yes. Tanimu Turaki.
I'm sorry, Tanimu Turaki.
Yes.
The faction I belong to is PDP.
Okay.
So if you like PDP, call it either a faction or not. All I know, all these people are operating under one umbrella.
Yeah. Because we as journalists, our duty is to,
yes,
prop in to get the right perspective, because we are equally aware of the law.
Yes.
INEC, the person that signed your form, the chairman and secretary will have to sign the form. The chairman that signed the form, if he is not recognized by INEC, then there will be a problem, because at the moment the Mohammed Abdurrahman and Senator Samuel Anyao are the one currently being recognized by INEC. The Tanimu Turaki-led acting leadership as appointed by the Board of Trustees, they are not recognized by INEC. So that's why I'm asking, which leadership did you buy your form?
Well, the way we operate in Kaduna State, before the crisis and after the crisis,
right,
there had been what you call the faction, which I refuse to call it faction.
Yes.
I'm calling it different leadership.
Right.
But the leadership that is recognized, like you have rightly said, is INEC. So as far as I'm concerned, the leadership that is recognized by INEC, that is where we belong. And of course, the forms were brought for us to buy. And we purchased the forms. And the money was channeled into the account of the People's Democratic Party. So either ways. But as we are talking now, if that is the only one that INEC has given recognition to,
yes,
so be it. So I don't have problem with that one. The most important thing is that we have been provided a platform to contest this election.
Okay. Still on that, Shema Kinde, the governor of Oyo State, declared today at a general rally by the PDP and the APM, All People's Movement. So which one is not which one? Is there any alliance between the PDP and the APM? Just before that, the governor of Bauchi State, talking about Bala Mohammed, he defected from the PDP. At least his own is a clear one. Before then, he was a freelance politician. It is in journalism that we know somebody to be a freelance journalist. But he brought that angle too into politics, that he was a freelance politician because he was being courted by many different parties, as a bride. At that time, he said he was a freelance politician, not minding the fact that probably the fact that he is a journalist by profession. So he borrowed the language. So he has moved from the PDP. He's now in APM fully, but Seyi Makinde is still with the PDP and then APM. This mixed grill is not going to be a serious concern in 2027 for the opposition party.
Well, I can only speak and probably share my opinion. As for those people you are mentioning their names, Seyi Makinde and His Excellency Bala Mohammed, they are operating at different levels.
Right.
My own level is I'm operating at my own level, House of Representatives, and in Kaduna State. And unfortunately, all these people, none of them, I don't share state. In fact, I don't share anything in common with them, as at when we had been together in the PDP. Now, if they have moved for Seyi Makinde, he has moved and he's aligning with APM, or what do you call, I'm not familiar with that particular party.
Yes.
And what happened today, I was also not aware, because I have gotten so myself engaged in so many activities. In fact, I've had like 4 meetings today for my own constituency and in my own state secretariat.
Right.
So all those things. But what I'm trying to say is that, of course, they have their right to pursue their political career in any party, whatever. So you see, all the problem we're encountering today, especially the confusion that you are seeing, because at the time the PDP came in 1999, they strengthened democracy. And
right.
as it was moving until 2015, it is incumbent on the present government to strengthen this democracy. But since there is this confusion that you have talked about, I mean, it is incumbent on the government to strengthen it. So if we had a government that was working fantastically fine, you will not find this confusion here and there. Let me tell you, all of them that had moved from PDP to APC, we also have people, some of them that had moved from now APC to ADC, in fact, distributing them all along. So much. Who has the responsibility to have strengthened this responsibility is the government of the day. So when this government came in power 2015, no practical politicians up to the grassroots is very, very confused. Where do we go? What we're actually looking for is a Messiah. Messiah in the sense that will actually come and redeem these people, especially people like you and me. Well, you are a Damas and you can never be a mass. But we are talking about the masses like me, who is actually coming to redeem the situation in this kind of quagmire we have found ourselves. But there are still good heads around. There are still people who think positively. There are still people that, please give us the opportunity to serve, and you'll be able to see a change. And if by the grace of God, as we are already talking, that are an aspirant, and if PDP is able to capture from my own state to the entire nation, come 2027, you will not see this confusion anymore, I promise.
Talking about your own state, we shall come about, or we shall come to that much later, because Governor Obasani, at every slighted opportunity, will not hesitate to say that Kaduna is a one-party, there's no opposition in Kaduna, so it's a one-party state. So we shall come to talk about that. I've been trying to refer to the issue of the confusion within the PDP at the national level, talking about parallel leadership. The PDP has been hopeful of taking over from this government. But with this confusion, can it materialize with this confusion?
Well,
I'm talking about at the national level for the presidency. Because the same party you are contesting. Yes. Notwithstanding, because little trickle of drops that will make an ocean. Of course, whatever the PDP will be at the national level, politics is said to be local. So it's the contribution made by at the state level, at the local level, state level, that will make PDP what it is, that will make the PDP to be able to produce a president. So, but with this confusion on ground, can the PDP produce the president and take over from the APC?
Well, like I told you, this is the season for primary elections.
Yes.
It's season for primary elections. And every party is working hard to produce quality representatives. And you are aware that most of them are talking about alliance. And by the time they align with other parties, you should know that there's going to be a serious fight towards victory by the opposition. You are aware that there had been several meetings here and there. For example, this alignment of Makinde from the PDP with the APM that I'm talking about, he is already declaring himself as a presidential aspirant, isn't it?
Yes.
And we have Atiku too declaring himself as a presidential aspirant.
Yes.
And some other people like that. So what they are saying now is, when the time comes, every party that would have produced its own candidate for election in 2027, they know how they are going to do it. But most importantly, those of us at the grassroots, is to pass the message to the grassroots. It is like a ladder that you have climbed. Then when you are coming down, you climb down the trucks, then to the grassroots. That's how the messages are. So it's very, very possible. We cannot rule out that the opposition, when they come out strongly with proper planning, they can definitely uproot this government.
Uprooting the government. We shall be going on our first commercial time. When we come back, we look at Zango KATAF, JABA Federal Constituency, how the game was panned out, because they are supposed to be zoning arrangement, or do I say zoning, or it's supposed to be if this constituency, it has been the turn, JABA has had it for 8 years. The Zango KATAF said it's supposed to come back to Zango. It's supposed to make a return to Zango. It's supposed to be their own turn. So we shall get to know how this arrangement is going to pan out. Stay tuned. The program is spot on. You are with Honorable Matthew GWAZAH, aspirant for Zango KATAF, JABA Federal Constituency for the House of Reps. We shall be right back.
Invicta FM.
Across Nigeria, MTN Foundation has impacted 600 plus communities with the What Can We Do Together initiative, inspiring a world where no community is left behind, with better healthcare and science lab facilities. Nominate a primary healthcare center and a public secondary school for upgrade today. Visit www.mtn.ng/WCWDT or text MTN to 421. Nominations close June 8, 2026.
Ya ku masu ciniki, albishirinku gasar Magi Chicken Flavor ya sake dawowa.
A sayi Magi Chicken mai dunkule 2 kwaya 50, a samu garabasar guda 10 a kyauta.
Tabbas haka ne, idan kuma guda 10 aka saya, to za a samu garabasar guda 4 a kyauta.
Wato ƙarin ɗanɗano mai armashi, ƙara nishaɗi, tare da more kuɗinka yadda ya kamata.
Karfa ku yadda a barko a baya, a hanzarta maza a je shago mafi kusa domin sayan paketin kunshin gasar Magi Chicken Flavor kafin ya ƙare. Da ni da Magi, haɗuwa mai armashi.
A koda yaushe yara na suna kokarin koyon karatu, guje-guje cikin wasa na rage musu kuzari. Yasa kullum bana rabuwa da Milo a gida.
Ni da mai gidana mun dace da zaɓi mai kyau. Ina godiya da farin ciki kasancewar Milo an yi shi daga sinadari masu inganci kamar su dawa, madara da koko. Shi yasa na tabbatar da yadda yake inganta lafiyar yarana tare da basu kuzari da safe.
Kai, Lami, yau na yi kewar girkin ki sosai.
Me gida, ni ma na yi kewar naka. Ka tuna lokacin da nake da ciki kai ne kake dafa mana abinci?
Shi yasa nake son ki sake don na ci gaba da miki girki.
A'a, jikina na buƙatar hutu. Akalla shekaru 3.
Uku kuma ai wata 6 makin murmure.
To ka fara zan sauko zuwa shekaru 2 da wata 6.
Mu dai ce shekaru 2.
Amma ka tabbata ka cika alƙawari fa.
To shikenan na amince.
Tattaunawa tsakanin ma'aurata yana da muhimmanci. Mu tattauna.
Jolly Johnny akan titi ke magana. A yau za mu ga kyakkyawar sani da mutane suka yi wa magi cikin flavor. Na gaba karanto harufan celery.
SEALARRIE salary.
Haba mutumina, ka ce kawai ka sauya harufan zuwa salary. To ga damar karshe karanto mana harufan turmeric.
TURMERIC. Turmeric.
Kin yi daidai ga kwali ɗaya na magi cikin flavor ki ɗauka.
Magi cikin flavor tare da albasa, celery da kuma turmeric mai canza wasa na.
Welcome back from that commercial timeout, and thank you for staying tuned to your flagship radio, Invicta 98.9 FM. The program is Spot On, and we are talking about politics, warming up to 2027 election. At the moment, political parties are gearing up for primary election. The APC will start their primary election tomorrow for the House of Reps, and by Monday, it will be the turn for the Senate seat for the House, for the primaries. So for the PDP, what is the primaries for the PDP starting, or the primaries for the House of Reps?
Yes, it is starting on the 17th of this month. That is precisely on Sunday. That is in the next 3 days or 2.
Oh, okay. This Sunday.
Yes.
Okay, that's for the House of Reps.
Yes.
Okay. So how prepared are you to claim the ticket for the Zango KATAF JABA Federal Constituency? I know you have jokers like Tinibun JABA talking about Gideon Joke. I know a former candidate under the SDP for Kaduna South Senatorial District talking about Rijo Shekari, who initially was with the APC but recently defected to the PDP. All of you are jostling to take the ticket for the House of Reps. So how prepared are you?
Well, like I said, any serious contestant that would have used his money to buy form, filled, submitted, and screened means that he's very prepared. And that is the case with me. This is a federal constituency that is being shared by 2 local governments.
Right.
The first is Zango KATAF local government, and then second is JABA local government. And the way they started it in 1999, the man from Zango was the first person that occupied that seat.
That was Honorable Jonathan Asaki under the PDP. And he is from Zonkwa constituency, because in Zongo and Jaba we have 3 major constituencies. Right. We have Zonkwa constituency, we have Zango KATAF constituency, and the Jaba constituency. Right.
Then when Jonathan left, Ruth Ango.
He left in 2003. Yes.
Then Mrs. Ruth Ango came in 2003 to 2007.
Right.
That is in Zongo constituency. She served only a term.
Yes.
Jonathan too served only a term.
Right.
So subsequently, it was thereafter.
Meaning Zango KATAF took 8 years.
No, I'm coming.
8 years. Zango KATAF local government constituency, yes, and Zango KATAF state constituency for 4 years, making it 8 years.
We've had more than, years. No, we've had even that, more than that, because there were 4 years for Sunday Marshall. If we are coming up to that.
No. Okay.
Yes, you get the point.
Okay, go ahead.
In Zonkwa constituency, they have had it for 8 years. That is 2 terms.
Yes.
Zongo constituency have had it for 4 years. That is 1 term.
Yes.
And that's the constituency I come from.
Right.
Jaba constituency, they have had it for 4 terms. This is their 4th term. Okay. The first term they did it was Honorable Godfrey Gaya. He had 8 years.
From 2007.
Yes.
to 2011.
Yes, that is Godfrey Gaya.
Yes.
It was from 2011 that we had the opportunity to bring Sunday Marshall.
Right.
Yeah,
from 2011 to 2015.
That calculation.
To 2015.
To 2015.
Yes.
So that is when Sunday Marshall came in and served for only a term.
2015 to 2019.
Yes, for only a term. Then when he left, the president now came in. He has served a term and he's serving the second term now. This particular time is going to end in 2027. Then if you calculate, JABA people had it for 16 years.
Yes.
That is one constituency.
Yes.
Zonkwa constituency have had it for 8 years.
Right.
And Zongo had it for only 4 years.
Okay.
Thereby, when you look at it, there's no balance. And if this thing is supposed to be rotated, which was what we agreed initially by what we call gentleman agreement.
Right.
Some people still argue that no, there was no written agreement here and there. But we had our elders that have sat them down and to talk about this, because Zangon KATAF is a very big local government.
Right.
We have over 300 polling units in Zangon KATAF, while JABA have about 120 something polling units. We now say let us not just
Zangon KATAF almost triple.
Exactly. So JABA are senior brothers, and we call them our junior brothers. Okay. So it is unfair that each time the big boss he remains for the little boss, and that is exactly the situation.
So what's the situation about the rotation?
Yeah, that is what
agreement.
I'm trying to say.
Right.
Now we have decided that we don't want to hold this position all along. We know that by the constitution we are supposed to be sharing it, but the constitution did not give us how the sharing should look like. But by simple agreement, like I said, is what our elders have sat down, they look at it and say how do we go about it, so that let not the bigger person hold the positions all along. We decided that each time somebody from Zangon KATAF has emerged as an aspirant and eventually becomes a candidate and won the election, he's staying like 2 terms. Thereafter, you shift it to the other constituency, that is JABA. So right. As I'm talking to you today, JABA ought to shift the seat back to Zongo, because this is their second term by the current member of the House of Representatives. But what is happening now today is not the situation. The situation is looking like, particularly in my own party, even though that's the PDP, because there's no party that has ever produced the member House of Representatives, as far as I'm concerned. In fact, in the entire Southern, until the defection came in, the is still our member, is still our mandate, because he has never won election in APC, all of them that defected until now. So what I'm trying to say is that we will still want to maintain that arrangement in PDP, that if JABA people have done it like that, please let them shift it now to Zongo. And that is why I'm particularly shifting it to Zongo, to the Zangon KATAF constituency that have had it for only 4 years. Because if you check all the constituencies, all other constituencies have had it higher. So to create a balance, even if you are giving Zangon KATAF constituency just 4 years, they would have constituency and AZ8 in Zango constituency. That would have been 16 years.
But some will argue that the current senator is from Zango KATAF, local government.
Yes, I agree with you, but I disagree with such argument.
Okay.
Senator is not for only JABA and Zongo KATAF local government.
Okay.
Senator is for the 8 local governments in southern Kaduna. So 8 local government can take the Senate. For example, the Senate was in Kaura local government. Right. Now KATAF has it. Senate was in Kagarko local government. That's Senator Caleb Zagi.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And it has been going around like that. So if you check around, you see that virtually except 2 local governments to the best one, they have never had that Senate. That is Kauru and Sanga local government.
Right.
Because even Kaura has had it, like I told you. Yes. Jama too in those days.
Yes, Jama had it.
And so on.
Yes,
and had it, and so on and so forth.
Yes.
So in that situation, you can see that all of us are being carried along. We see ourselves as our brothers. But in a situation where one particular local government has had it, and you feel that, you see an opportunity to grab it and refuse the others, I don't think it is fair. So we are fighting for fairness, we are fighting for justice. But in doing so, you have to appeal to people. to make them understand, no, let us do it like that. Because if you don't do it, especially the smaller local governments that have been sharing with bigger local governments, if the bigger local governments team up against them, I think it will not be right, and we are not waiting to see that kind of situation. For example, you can see GWAZAH local government and Bundangwari, they are doing the same rotation. You already know when it is your turn.
Okay, the two local governments share House of Reps.
The House of Representatives we are talking about here. Is in Bundangwari. The man in Bundangwari that is in the House of Representatives, he already knows that after 2027, he's moving into the GWAZAH government. And GWAZAH is already preparing a candidate. The same thing in Makarafi and Kubo. I mean, that is a very fantastic arrangement. So I don't know. In our own case now, I have a candidate coming from in my own party in JABA. He wants to continue. Even when the Zango constituency and the entire local government is agitating, and no, let us have this one because you have had it. So the situation where they will say that because we have a senator is not, I don't think it is a very good way to look at it. We have
the current member who, of course, you said won under the PDP. Now he defected to the APC. He has already picked a form to contest again. Probably he will say it is another party.
Yeah, their own arrangement.
Right.
The APC.
Yes.
I don't know about them.
Yes.
But in any case, it was with this same member when he was in PDP.
Yes.
We told him that we are going to support you for even a second term. But don't talk to us about third term. Right. I want him, we are him alone. Yes. We are talking about local government itself.
Yes.
And so many of them, they are still alive today.
Yes.
Thank God I was privileged to be part of that discussion.
Yes.
That we are not going to support him for a third term. Okay? But they have done it. I don't know. You know, they say they have been promising people tickets, automatic. Whatever they did their own, if they think that is democracy, that is left for them.
Have you seen the some movement, tag movement against third term? Have you seen it on the social media?
Definitely, I've seen them so much.
What does
especially
that mean?
From the local government.
Because you mentioned third term, that's why it took my reference to the social media.
Yes.
What does that, the name of those movement, what does it mean? Movement against third term.
Yes, it means that they do not want the current member to go in again, and they do not want the local government to come in for a third term. They are preaching fairness, justice, equity, and every other thing, that it should be moved to Zango KATAF local government. So if it's moving to Zango KATAF local government, it means that there's no third term for a JABA person or for JABA from JABA local government. So if they move it back to Zango, that is the fairest thing, and that is the best thing to do.
What of a different person who is contesting under the PDP, talking about Gideon Jog, who is not a SABA member?
Yes, you see,
but he's from JABA local
government. It could be probably their own strategy. I mean, to actually win election. If the ticket goes to my friend Gideon Jog, who is also contesting under the PDP like me, assuming the ticket goes to him,
yes,
and the ticket still remains with the current governor in APC,
yes,
so the seat will still remain in JABA, and which is what the Zongo people do not want. And Zongo, their own, or have to also get their own candidate to support during the general election.
Talking about Zongo,
and we don't want it to go like that.
Honorable Rijo Shakari moved from the APC to the PDP. So, aware that, according to you, that there's the seat had been under rotation arrangement. Now, Zankwa constituency has had it for 8 years.
Yes.
Only Zango KATAF constituency had it for 4 years. But Rijo Shakari is from Zankwa constituency and is equally contesting with you under the PDP in for the primaries. Is the rotation agreement is not too, aside from the fact that JABA don't seem to obey it. So why is it that Zankwa constituency, is there no understanding between Zango KATAF constituency and Zankwa constituency?
Good. You see that because people in Zango KATAF local government feel that that seat should come back to Zango KATAF local government. no wonder we had so many aspirants in Zongo. In the APC, we had them more than only myself and Rijo. Until recently, they are reducing the number. And in PDP, in JABA, it has always been only joke because people don't believe that the seat of the House of Representatives should remain in JABA. That's why he's the only person there. Okay. In the case of in Zongo, we were even 3, but 1 step down for me from Zongo.
Who is that?
That is Honorable Zakaria Dunia, who also came not too long into the party, but he's more longer than Rijo, who just came less than a month,
right,
and then joined the rest.
Yes.
But everybody has the right to do so.
Right.
So if the JABA people can accept that, please let us leave this seat for Zango people, so that for prosperity's sake, because we even have children, because we have a legacy we want to leave behind. So that let the children come up to now come and say, this is how our parents have been doing it, just like we inherited it from the late Senator Isaiah Balat, Garba Ali Madaki, Colonel Johanna Madaki. They did all this arrangement, and we felt that let us go by this arrangement. So if JABA people can hands off this House of Representatives, myself and Rijo will resolve it. Definitely. It's either I get it or Rijo gets it. The seat still remains in Zongo KATAF local.
Those from Zongo KATAF local government will say your optimism of resolution between you and Rijo Shakari may not work, because it all started with the local government election, where there's rotation between 6 wards and 5 wards. 6 wards is Zongo KATAF constituency, and 5 wards is Zonghua constituency. Now, Dr. Elias Manza from 6th ward was a chairman, and he handed over to
Francis
Zimbo.
Zimbo.
Yes.
Yes.
Now he had his own 3 years. When it was time to hand over, rotated back to Zango constituency, he insisted and he picked the ticket. At the end, the APC won the election. Still now with Zango constituency.
Yes.
So now when people hear you said you and Rijo Shakari stand to resolve it, they will say, no, if at the local government it didn't work, is it at the House of Rep that it will work?
Well, I disagree with you that it didn't work, because this arrangement has always been only a PDP arrangement, not with other parties. When the late Zimbo had his stamp and wanted to continue, some of us say, no, it is not that we don't like you as a person, Zimbo. It is the system that we came and made. Let us be rotating this. If this seat has been in Zonghua constituency, which is what you call the 5 wards, let the seat, the council chairman seat, move to Zongo constituency, which is what we call the 6 wards. And at the end of the day, even when they insisted that, no, let the seat remain there, pick form, we did primary election, we had even our candidate in the 6th ward, that is Zongo constituency, and he did this thing with the Zimbo in 5 ward. Yeah. And at the end of the day, other people's parties came in. They said, no, they borrowed what we have been doing. They said, no, let this seat remain in Zongo constituency. And people in Zongo said that we want this seat to remain in the 6th ward, that is Zongo constituency. Those who know what to do, what is right.
Yes, I'm aware of that. For the local government election, he got the ticket.
What I'm trying to say is that
yes,
this one came irrespective of party, right, because they believe that this is how the shifting should be done. And that is the fear. I don't want us, we in PDP, to get to that level.
Okay.
That is between Zongo KATAF and JABA.
Right.
If JABA insists, well, I cannot talk for the people of Zongo KATAF because I do not have their mandate, but I'm born of it. We do not know what is going to happen in the general election.
Yes,
as it happened in the Zimbo issue and the current chairman of the Zongo.
Exactly where I'm going, because
yes,
I'm aware that Zimbo went ahead and picked the ticket when he beat Ben Bako,
yes,
for the PDP ticket,
yes,
and he picked the ticket. Now there was a threat for protest votes,
yes,
to the APC, and that was what happened at the local government election. So if the rotation agreement didn't work, for example, do we foresee protest vote again?
Well, I can say it wholeheartedly, I see protest votes. Because what Zango people will always do, they believe in fairness. Zango KATAF in the entire 23 local governments, only 2 or 3 can be compared to Zango KATAF local government in terms of size.
No, yeah, I know. KATAF is the political headquarters of Southern KATAF
and that
politics.
is why I have even told you that how many polling units do we have in Zango KATAF local government? We have over 300 polling units and with very large population. But they have only 120 something polling units, 25 or so. And so what I'm trying to say is that I don't want our contest to go bad. I want us to see ourselves as brothers. I want us to shake hands and say, this thing, we've handed it over to you. But unfortunately, for those of us that are aspirants, we do not want to actually sit down, analyze this thing. We come with a lot of ego. Me, I don't believe in ego. Because you alone as a politician, you cannot be winning and winning it all the time. The people have to support you. So in this, as it happened in the local government election, I can see that in fact, it must not be, let me tell you, it must not be PDP or APC that can win election to the House of Representatives representing Zango and JABA federal constituency. We have other parties in our local government. We have ADC, we have NDC. In fact, we even have PRP. I saw a candidate emerging for PRP for the House of Assembly yesterday. One Pastor Isaac, you know him?
Yes.
So he's also there. So one thing I like about Zango people, they believe in fairness. Though they are big, they don't say, no, I'm going to hold this thing because I'm bigger than you. I'm going to just trample on you. We don't believe in that one. But when we are pushed to the wall, when Zango people are pushed to the wall, they will do the needful. And what's the needful? Doing what is right and just. And I don't want it to go to that level.
This program is being live streamed on Facebook, on Invicta FM 989, and on YouTube, Invicta FM 989 online TV. We have, let's try to acknowledge some of our those who are watching. We have Victor Sule. He said, good evening, Invicta. My family is watching all the way from Ngwanremi Nitel quarters, loud and clear, telling you welcome on board, alongside with Emmanuel Didon. This is from Job Albert Buankot, watching you guys, love from Federal Housing Goningora. This is from Odi Blackman. Good evening, Invicta FM. I'm also listening or watching your program live daily from Kaduna Town. One love. This is from Emma Musachori. Good evening and well done, Job, and well done, my friend. Watching you from Abuja this evening from Emma Chori. Emma Chori is our regular. Of course, Ode Blackman, Job Albert Bonkot, Victor Sule, Emmanuel Didon. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for this feedback. You are watching us, clear pictures and sound voice. Honorable Matthew GWAZAH. Now, looking forward to Sunday, that is the 17th of May. Today is 14. Tomorrow is 15. For APC, the House of Reps election primaries takes place. Now, let's know for the PDP, what is the procedure like? Where is the primary is going to take place? I know for sure, like, if it were a delegate election, they will meet in Zonghua Hall. That's Zonghua Town Hall. That's where delegate will converge. But for the direct primary, where's the venue?
Well,
so that the listener will take note.
Yes, we are thinking from the venue might be at the ward headquarters. There are two ways to do. It's either at the ward headquarters, or at the House of Representative headquarters, which is in Zonghua. So we're still waiting to get the directives.
Okay, we've not gotten directives.
Well,
yet.
It's not too clear.
But for the APC, I'm aware that election is taking place at every ward, every ward. The ward
headquarters,
the ward office,
yes,
the ward office
that's what we call,
of the party.
Yes,
is taking place there.
Yes.
Here is Blessed Yashim Katuka. Good evening. I'm watching you live from Kurumin B Zonghua. Thank you, Blessed Yashim Katuka, for following us and all the other people who are streaming live. The program is spot on. We are taking a look at the forthcoming primaries for different political parties. The APC is coming up tomorrow, 15 May, and that of PDP on Sunday, 17 May. I have with me in the studio Honorable Matthew GWAZAH, who is the aspirant for PDP for Zango KATAF JABA Federal Constituency. He's slogging it alongside with Rijo Sakari, then Mr. Gideon Jok from JABA. My name is Ango, Bally, the demonstrating Invicta, your host. My colleague Jackie Adebija is unavailable, is not available, and of course she's sure that I'm taking the necessary submission that is supposed to make. We should be going on a commercial timer. When we come back, we continue. Stay tuned.
Hey, this is Rihanna.
It's your boy Chris Brown. Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Kanye West.
What's up? This is Alicia Keys.
This is your boy Neo.
Invicta FM.
At Prashal Express and Logistics Limited, we offer courier services where we deliver packages of all sizes, documents, goods, and various forms of haulages to every part of the country from Kaduna. You can contact us at Shop FF18 Starcade Shopping Complex, 7 Tesha, Kaduna, or S20 Zara House, Wandu Road, opposite Disney Chicken, Hamadu Bello Way, Kaduna. Our phone numbers are 0706-210-6674, 0913-775-4873, 0913-776-7475. Our website is www.prashalgroup.com. Prashal Express and Logistics Limited. We rest assured.
Watch the FA Cup final, Chelsea versus Manchester City, live only for Super Sport on Top Go TV on Saturday, May 16 by 4 p.m. Reconnect today. Go TV. Love it.
Assalamu alaikum, sunana Fatima, ni jami'a ce. Ina aiki da mata da iyali domin tallafa musu a fannin lafiya, musamman uwa da yara. Sau da yawa mutane na tambaya, shin hanyoyin tazarar haihuwa suna aiki da gaske? Amsar ita ce, suna aiki sosai. Idan an yi amfani da su yadda ya dace, hanyoyin zamani na tazarar haihuwa suna da matukar tasiri wajen hana daukar ciki. Wasu hanyoyi kamar haka, implant, tsinken dantse da IUD na aiki tsawon shekaru, kuma fiye da kaso 99 cikin 100 suna hana daukar ciki. Wasu kuma kamar allura da kwayoyi su ma suna da matukar tasiri idan ana amfani da su yadda ya kamata. Dukkan hanyoyin zamani lafiyayyu ne, amintattu ne, kuma suna ba da damar tsara iyalinka cikin kwanciyar hankali. Kada ki dogara da jita-jita.
Ziyarci cibiyar lafiya mafi kusa domin farawa, ko a kira lambar waya 222-52. Wannan sako ne daga ma'aikatar lafiya tare da tallafin gamayyar kungiyoyin Pronet da FEM.
Omo, bills dey choke. No wahala. With Bill Station, you pay sharp sharp. Light, data, transfer, one app, no stress, fast, secure, anytime. Bill Station, where your money dey work.
A koda yaushe yara na suna kokarin koyon karatu. Guje-guje cikin wasa na rage musu kuzari. Yasa kullum bana rabuwa da Milo a gida.
Ni da mai gidana mun dace da zaɓi mai kyau. Ina godiya da farin ciki kasancewar Milo an yi shi daga sinadari masu inganci kamar su dawa, madara da koko. Shi yasa na tabbatar da yanda yake inganta lafiyar yarana tare da basu kuzari da safe.
Ya ku masu ciniki albishirinku gasar Magi Chicken Flavor ya sake dawowa.
A sayi Magi Chicken mai dunkule 2 kwaya 50 a samu garabasar guda 10 a kyauta.
Tabbas haka ne idan kuma guda 10 aka saya to za a samu garabasar guda 4 a kyauta.
Wato ƙarin ɗanɗano mai armashi, ƙara nishaɗi tare da more kuɗin ka yadda ya kamata.
Karfa ku yadda a barko a baya a hanzarta maza a je shago mafi kusa domin sayan paketin kunshin gasar Magi Chicken Flavor kafin ya kare. Da ni da Magi haɗuwa mai armashi.
Mai gida, zo ka ji yadda jaririn ke motsi a cikina.
In ji? Lallai da alama wannan na da ƙarfi sosai.
Mana, da wa kake gani zai yi kama?
Da ni mana.
A'a, da ni wannan zai yi kama.
To wanda zai zo bayan wannan zai yi kama da ke.
Tabɗi, to har yaushe zan jira wancan ya zo?
Kamar shekara 2 haka.
Kaga a lokacin na samu ƙwarin jiki.
Tattaunawa tsakanin ma'aurata yana da muhimmanci. Mu tattauna.
Nigeria has gone digital. Don't get left behind. Join millions already enjoying the benefits of digital television. With free TV, you get over 100 crystal clear channels for movies, sports, and news. All with 0 monthly subscription. Just use any free-to-air decoder. Point your dish to Nigecomsat or stream live on the free TV NG mobile app. This message is from the National Broadcasting Commission. Don't wait for your signal to go off. Switch to digital TV today.
Welcome back and thank you for staying tuned to Invicta 98.9 FM. The program is Spot On and we are taking a jog for preparatory to 2027 election. We are looking at the primaries being the starting point for the election. I have with me in the studio Honorable Matthew GWAZAH, the aspirant for Zango KATAF JABA House of Reps seat. He is a former member of Kaduna State House of Assembly. He is a teacher by profession and educationist. My name is Ango Bally, the Damosani Invicta. I'm your regular host. We're looking at how possible for, yes, he said the Zango KATAF JABA Federal Constituency is under rotation mode. The JABA has had it for 16 years. Zango KATAF is into 2 constituency, the Zanghua constituency, which had it for 8 years, and the Zangon KATAF state constituency, which had it for only 4 years. And by this time around, it should be the turn of Zango KATAF state constituency. However, you have those Rijo Shakari from Zanghua constituency contesting under the PDP. Then you have Gideon Jok from JABA constituency contesting under the PDP. Now, we have the other option of consensus. Honorable Matthew GWAZAH, how far with the consensus? Is it being explored?
Well, Damasani, thank you again. Because, you know, this primaries is supposed to come in 2 ways. One is either the consensus or the direct primaries,
yes,
which is the one the Hausa man will say Kato bayan Kato.
Right.
The truth of the matter is that we are so open to consensus because it's the peaceful way of doing it. Because if you go into the direct primaries, it costs a lot of things. You need a lot of security. You need a lot of money to do it. But as I'm talking to you today, we the aspirants are being engaged by the leadership of our party. And today, if I can remember very well, there are about 70 aspirants contesting for the Senate, House of Representatives, and the State House of Assembly. Together like that.
For which local government or?
No, 3 local governments.
Okay, for the
yes, for the 23 local governments.
Okay, right. That's for the PDP?
Yes, PDP alone.
Okay, right.
So from the report we got today, particularly the State House of Assembly, so many had agreed for consensus.
Right.
So we stand for any other direct primaries again. Already they are our candidates already. Actually, nobody 2 or 3 state constituencies
what of Zango?
that are still talking about.
They see their contestant.
Yeah, do not have any the state constituencies. No, as they normally say.
Right.
The Zango constituency already have a candidate. Nobody is standing with him. The same thing as Zonkwa constituency. So they have arrived at consensus. So the only ones now, particularly from where I come from, is only Zango and JABA. Then Kagarko and Kachia. Yes, these are the only 2 major ones that there is no consensus yet. But they have actually engaged us. We are still open to discussion. But the truth of the matter is that if we can go by consensus, all things that we're going through in terms of giving even our leaders the lot of problem to want to resolve this matter. In fact, it's always been with the candidates. But sometimes candidates themselves who are contesting for a particular office do not easily agree until the leadership comes. I have an example where I can give. 7 people were aspiring for the House of Reps. And then they discuss among themselves, and the leader will say, for this reason, don't go. For that, just go.
Okay.
Just a week ago. And they left it for... Because if
which constituency is that?
The constituency.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, for security reason, but for
well, I've given a credit at least for that understanding.
Nothing wrong. That is Ikara. Okay. Ikara local government. So yes,
that's a positive.
This is among many others. Yes,
so
among
which
many
other
others.
people should learn from?
Exactly, people ought to learn from that.
Important. Say 24 hours is a big time for anything to happen now, and
opportunity to appeal to our brothers, the JABA people, that JABA government itself, that they should talk to us, particularly that we should look at this consensus. Consensus is very honorable, especially the seat is rotational, and the seat has been with them. If you look at the number of years,
no, I said constituency 8 years. JABA 16 years.
16 years.
And then Zango constituency.
Yes. And assuming a new person is coming, the least you'll be counting is 8 years. They will be staying there for 24 years. And you think that KATAF local government is not going to do anything?
The program is Danlami Iko Wakil. He said, good evening, Ango Bally, and your guest, Honorable Matthew GWAZAH. I'm watching you clearly with clear sound. Fidelis D. Gokas. Good evening. Watching you live from Turkania. I am enjoying your program. Good evening. Danlami Iko Wakil. You didn't mention where you are watching us from. It will be very important. Tell us where you are watching us from so that we'll be able to take note and how you are receiving our signals. This program is interactive. Let's get the callers. Let's hear from them. They are already calling. The line to call 081 40,000 989 087 070 800 989. Let's take the first caller. Hello, who is calling and where are you calling from? Oh, we lost that call. Try and call back. The line to call. Okay, are you on? Hello. Good evening. Your name and where you are calling from?
Yeah, I'm Dr. Denjuma.
Okay, Dr. Denjuma, our regular caller. We appreciate you for calling all the time.
On the radio.
Where are you?
Yes. What in draw the attention political party go and go to they are just merely political parties. The duty tomorrow when they should reach the and take their time. Today, the word of who they are or
Okay. Of course, you make observation. The professor of politics. Which university? Him professor of politics. Okay. Okay. Lost that call. But if you can hear me, okay, we have another caller. Hello, who is calling? And where are you calling from? Good evening. Your name? They don't know. We here. We can hear you. Okay, thank you, Emmanuel Didon. Say everybody is feeling the heat. The line to call 081 40,000 989 070 87 800 989. Let's have the next caller. Hello, where are you? Your radio set, please. Okay. Thank you, Shaman, calling the or Shaman's submission. The lines to call 081 40,000 989 070 87 800 989. Call in, make your own contribution. Don't just be a passerby or sitting on the fence. Take interest in politics is because the good people are sitting by the sides, are onlookers, and that's why those we feel that are not doing well, that's why they've been able to take over. So it's our own duty. We are stakeholders within the polity. We should partake. We should be partakers. In doing so, we shall take part in the election and decide the right person to be be our leader. Honorable Matthew GWAZAH, you had their submission. Your take.
Well, I am so happy that the listeners have listened very well, and they have actually reacted to what I have said. Like I always say, and like the last caller, is it Shaman?
Yes, Shaman.
He also agreed with me that Zangon KATAF constituency, state constituency, deserves this seat this time around. And we have had only 4 years. Zonko 8 years. JABA are in their 16th year. And they want to continue 20 years to 24 years. I want to appeal passionately to the JABA, especially the stakeholders in JABA local government, to talk to their son. He is eminently qualified, but we want equity, we want fairness in this, so that we should not to be strong that we want to take seat back. No.
Zachariah John Dam is responding to exactly what you're saying. He said, our current crop of politicians are synonymous to making promises and breaking promises. Holding their words to heart is practically impossible. I don't see the man from JABA local government agreeing to that arrangement your guest is talking about, because power corrupt absolutely. Power corrupt and absolute power corrupt absolutely. Here is Usman Issa Bilal. He said your guest is saying the truth, but do we need to be sharing or rotating such powers? Do the ordinary voters complain, or is it only you, the political heavyweights, that is doing this power rotation, or is doing the power rotation? To me, this rotation will create disunity amongst the region. Why not allow democracy to flow? Usman Issa Bilal, watching you from Ongwar Muazu, New Extension. Thank you, Issa Bilal, for your contribution. The lines to call 081 40,000 989 070 87 800 989. Honorable Matthew GWAZAH.
Okay, thank you. Let me comment on that sharing that the man last person talk about. Sharing or rotation is very, very important. If we were in the seat of the Federal House of Representatives, I think can have this seat, because by all I think we are, I mean, the voters population is higher.
Triple the number.
Yes, triple. It's even tripling. So if the I'm going to represent JABA Federal Constituency. Who taking it?
Yes, let's have a caller. Hello, who is calling? Your name and your location. Hello. Oh, we missed that call. Okay, just line.
So we believe in sharing. They say there is love in sharing, even when you are eating food.
Right.
So I think what doing the rotation is fantastic. Like I told you, and it's been working before in Zango KATAF local government until recently. But like all, most politicians are very selfish. But politicians are not the same. So I think that we have this mindset of no, number one, service to the people. And you can also not be the only best. As you are talking about mentoring, you are mentoring others to actually come up so that we should be able to change the society. In fact, when we look at the corrupt nature of particularly Nigeria today, and that who is not corrupt, if you look down, calling him to send him to go for an errand, he is expecting you to give them maybe 5 naira.
Yes, talking about sweet power. The current member talking about Honorable AGM. When he was so desperate to get support for second term,
yes,
he promised that when he got the support for the second term, that he would ensure that he supports the Zango KATAF constituency,
yes,
in 2027.
Yes,
that he will even try to do the mobilization, but now he is the one taking the ticket under the APC. Is that?
Well, you see, without the arrangement like I've talked about, that we do not want a situation that nobody feels that he's not carried along, and that is the reason why we do so. But legislature, you can contest as many times as what the Constitution has given you that right to do so.
Yes.
And if you have people like you, in fact, people in the National Assembly, that they are there for more than even 4 times or 5 times, which is still okay. But what we are talking about here is that this thing is being shared. For example, if I was in Kaura local government, we would not be talking about sharing because they have one federal constituency to themselves. If I was in Kauru, in Southern Kaduna, I would talk about sharing. But what they call zoning, even among themselves, they say this particular axis has not held it.
Yes.
Let us give it to that axis. And they feel a sense of belonging. And to me, that is democracy.
For Kaura, for example, they have chiefdoms, you have the Kagoro,
yes, they have
you have the Atakar, you have the Morowa.
Exactly.
And all that.
Yes.
We shall be rounding up in the next 2 minutes.
Yes.
So, your message to the this time around, they are not delegates. So, party members, loyal party members who come out on Sunday to vote for the direct primary, which is Kato by Kato.
Yes.
Meanwhile, your message too to your other co-aspirants for consensus.
Yes, this thing is on Saturday. The on Saturday.
Of Sunday.
I mean Sunday.
Sunday.
Whether it be direct primaries or consensus.
Right.
I want to appeal to all that they should please go. The portal has been open again today for registration. Because it is going to the book of life. When open and your name is not there, so you will not enter heaven.
Okay. INEC said by 10th of May is the last day where.
No, they keep opening and closing.
Okay.
But as we have it today, we are told that they have opened it.
Okay.
Because there had been 1 or 2 issues. This
what day?
Had opened their own register. The other faction B had opened their own register. So the one you say that INEC has recognized now, they're doing their own registration. So that is why we're encouraging people to go and now register, because that INEC will give us the names of everyone that has registered.
I think it's a rat race. Whoever emerge, PDP is still PDP.
Yeah, exactly. PDP is still PDP.
So your message?
So that let them go and register. Otherwise, no matter how a candidate, you can never vote. Secondly, I'm still appealing to JABA local government. Please give us this opportunity so that we can go and serve. Serving is 4 years or 8 years at the you know that we are going in my own and collaborate even with the APC, because APC is a peaceful government. We cannot. There are some things that are doing fantastically fine, and I like it. And even if some of us are lucky to be there, we'll carry everyone along. What we want is a very effective and quality representation to our people. For example, it will succeed in bringing projects like water supply, good roads and whatever. It is, you are not going to use those facilities because of your own party affiliation. So I want to wish us well. I pray that at the end of the day, I will emerge and I'll come back to this house and say thank you, listeners, for spreading that you should go to Matthew Simon GWAZAH on Sunday.
Right. We're done. Thank you for streaming in. Victor Sule, we acknowledge you. Job Albert Buankot, we've taken out of you. Ode Black Man, you are recognized. Emmanuel Ima Musachori, our regular. Blessed Yashim Katuka, noted. Danlami Iko Wakili, noted. Fidelis D. Gokas, yes, you are well acknowledged. Zakaria John Dam, acknowledged. Usman Isa Bilal from Ango Moazu Extension, is that? Yes, you are the last commentator. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for following us. Honorable Matthew GWAZAH, want to thank you for coming and wish you the best. On Sunday, by Monday, we shall be here to get our people informed of who emerges. Our best wishes to you.
Thank you very much. I'm so grateful.
Yes, listener, this is Spot On. And we've been talking about warming up to 2027 election, starting with the primaries. Honorable Matthew GWAZAH, former House of Assembly member representing Zango KATAF constituency, now an aspirant for the Zango KATAF JABA Federal House of Reps. He has been telling us what it takes, how prepared he is, issue of consensus, rotation, and all that. My name is Ango Bally, the Damasaning Invicta, your host. Next week, Thursday, Jacqueline Adebija hopefully will be around. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Javelin, for putting us through. Bye-bye.
Wisdom you go take a collect the radio from Papa hand when he dey listen to Invicta 98.9 FM because old man vex. You know they good.
Kai, Lami, yau na yi kewar girkin ki sosai.
Me gida. Ni ma na yi kewar naka. Ka tuna lokacin da nake da ciki kai ne kake dafa mana abinci?
Shi yasa nake son ki sake, don na ci gaba da miki girki.
A'a, jikina na buƙatar hutu. Akalla shekaru